Welcome back, everybody. Okay, this is Effie again. Effie's Perspective, Effie's Corner. This is still going to be. I am today going to talk about The Walking Dead, first half of season 7. Now, last season I did reviews on season 6, which is a really good season, very entertaining. Saw the introduction of Negan. The finale of season 6 was very controversial because of the way they ended it. But it makes sense from a producing or producer type of standpoint. So anyways, first half of season 7, I have not been able to do my reviews and my watch reviews, reactions as well, videos, just because, like I said in the previous video, life happens, relocated, but I have kept up to date with what's going on. And surprisingly, chatter among social media and fans of The Walking Dead is first half of season 7 just wasn't up to par. I disagree. I don't know what people expected. What I noticed about The Walking Dead fans since I've become a viewer and a watcher is that, so anyways, like I've been saying, in social media chat and everywhere, people have been saying season 7 just was not their show. And I'm sitting there trying to think, what are they talking about? Season 7, I actually enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to review it and give the reaction like I said, like I wanted, but I absolutely enjoyed season 7. There are some episodes that are slow. Every season, there's always some episodes that are slow. But that's just the way it is for any show out there. So I'm just going to give a quick summary of the entire season 7. So much happened, but even though so much happened, not everything is relevant to even talk about. Key points that are very important, what I would say happened like in the first episode of season 7, in the last episode of season 7. And everything in between there was just stuff, okay? Some important relevant stuff and stuff that's not even necessary for me to even talk about. But, so here we go. Season 7, first episode, waiting all year to watch. Who gets killed by Lucille? Well, let's just say I was really shocked. I wish I was able to record my reaction video on that freaking episode because it was crazy. I'm wearing the shirt right now that literally had me like, yeah, pretty much. This was me on that first episode. Yeah. Breathe. Because it was very... I didn't expect it. I didn't expect what I saw. Most of you guys already watched, so this is not a spoiler or anything. Yeah, so we know Abraham got killed. When Abraham got the Lucille to the bat, I kind of knew it was going to be him from last season, but what I didn't expect was the death by 2 of Glenn actually going. It was horrific. It was terrifying. It was scary, but it was expected. Glenn needed to die for someone else's story, to Maggie's story, to move on. Abraham needed to die because his death is long gone over, based on what happened in the comic books. So they both are 2 characters that just needed to go bye-bye. And so they went. Abraham went out like a champ, like he always was. And so did Glenn, It was all very sad. It was all very emotional and deep. But I have to say, the way that episode was shot, having it in Rick's point of view, and was so good. I honestly believe that literally was one of my favorite episodes of all of The Walking Dead. And so does everybody else, because it was the second most watched episode of The Walking Dead ever. So, good episode. Give it to the director, the actors. Actually, Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick, when is this dude getting like some type of recognition? He was fantastic in this show. I mean, absolutely fantastic in that episode. Everyone was fantastic in the episode. Good job to everyone in that show. There we go. Glenn is dead. Abraham's dead. Everybody is pretty much messed up in the mind about what's happening. And then we go on to episode 2. And it's like, okay, where's the build up from this death? And I think we go into what we call next the kingdom. So like I said, everything in between after episode 1 is a bunch of fluff. Maybe not fluff, but it's pretty relevant to be able to build and tell a story, okay? So pretty much quickly from the second episode up until the episode before the last, these little things happen. We meet Ezekiel and his big old cat. Oh, big old lion. Yeah, so Sheba. So we see that, and we're introduced to the kingdom, a whole new society, a whole new people that will really be very important going into the second half of season 7 and even into 8. So Ezekiel and Morgan and Carol. Ezekiel has a thing for Carol. Carol gets on my darn nerves. What a bitch. What a bitch. Yeah, don't really like her too much. So not much there to talk about. Like I said, a bunch of stuff that happened, some relevant, not really relevant. Then we also have Tara. Tara goes up into another kingdom of women. I don't remember who they are at all. Like I said, I don't really read the comic books, but I hear things. I don't know how relevant they're going to be in season 8 or how relevant they were in the comic book, but she meets them. Boring episode, but you know, it was really important to be done because we need to be introduced to these new groups. What I really think is really important that does happen somewhere in the middle is Daryl. Daryl is being abused and kicked and literally just beat down by the Saviors, by Negan and his group. And watching this actually like broke for Daryl. It's like someone help this man. But the abuse and the torture that they're giving him just shows you the evilness of Negan and his crew. I haven't talked about Negan, but I'll get to Negan last, okay? Because that deserves his own little talk. But anyways, he's being tortured with music in a dungeon. I mean, it's really bad. So, he eventually escapes. Yes, for Daryl, because we knew he was going to escape. He eventually escaped, so we can breathe again. Daryl is okay. So, anyways, moving on. What the little things happen. So, anyways, Rick, you know, after going through this and Negan saying they have to pretty much the survivors really just gonna have to like survive and pretty much support him, work for him. Rick is content with that. He's like, we do everything we can. Do whatever they say, and that's it. You know, some people are really, okay, let's do that with it, and others like, no, we gotta fight. Michelle's gotta fight. Carl's like, we gotta fight. Everybody in the team, Rosita, everyone just wanna fight, but Rick is so terrified of what he saw and sees how powerful Negan is. I'm not mad at him for making the decision he did. And even though the team did not agree with him, I understand Rick completely. But it is kind of hard watching Rick be so beat down and just so defeated. Ugh, don't like defeated, beat down, can't fight for yourself, Rick. But that's what he became after the whole thing. So everyone else in his team kind of like just want to fight. Everyone's pretty much defeated and beat down. Carl decides to go take matters into his own hands in one of the episodes and decides to go and find Negan and try to kill him. Everybody wants to kill Negan. Rosita wants to kill Negan. You know, everybody around this time starts to get on your darn nerves. Carl gets on your nerves. Rosita gets on your nerves. I mean, everybody just gets on your damn nerves. Aaron, Spencer, everyone. You just can't stand anybody on the show anymore. I love it. Rick, everyone just pisses you off in between all the little episodes in between. You know, you're just mad at everybody. They suck right now. Everyone's just defeated and mad. And everybody wants to go and kill Negan. You know, and you can't kill Negan. I don't think a lot of them understood the scope, you know, of Negan. Sasha wants to kill Negan. They all want to kill Negan. Listen, nobody gets it. Nobody understands the scope and power that Negan has. Carl in there decides to go and try to kill Negan. He's not successful. Negan kidnaps him. In his own way, mind tricks Carl. Plays with his mind. Plays with his insecurities about his eyes. And actually takes Carl back to Camp Alexandria. And literally makes him eat dinner with him, makes him take off his eye patch, just humiliating the guy, humiliating the people, you know. Rick is not there because he's out trying to get things to give to the savior. So it's just so much going on. Of course, at this point, I'm hating everybody. I'm really hating everyone. But this is summation pretty much of the show. Now, all the buildup of hate, all the buildup of things and meeting new societies, it's all part of the plan. So I guess it might have been boring to some, but it was all necessary to build to the next phase of The Walking Dead, at least the second half of season 7 that's going to be coming up.
So let's talk about that finale. Okay, I completely loved the finale. I'll tell you why I loved the finale. So I loved it because it ended a season that I guess some could say was sort of mediocre. It really ended it with a bang. It was really, really good. I would actually give it a 9. Same with the first episode. So much happened here. It was an extended episode, but we actually needed that. with everything that was going on. First of all, Negan, I haven't talked about Negan, but Negan is a badass. I know a lot of people are sick of him. At this point in time that I was just sick of his ridiculousness, but this guy is evil to an extent that I don't know, but we need a villain. I don't know if he's as bad as the governor. I have to say this. He's more obnoxious than the governor was. I actually like the governor. As obnoxious and ridiculous the governor was, I liked him. Negan gets on your nerves, but I have to say in the season finale, he was fantastic. I mean, up to the point when he's sitting there making dinner and just intimidating everybody there with Carl, the way he's holding baby Judy, just him alone. I mean, it was just terrifying. And well, let's just fast forward all to the end to the good parts. A lot of other little stuff happened in the finale, but nothing really is worth talking about until we get to the very end. When Spencer decides to betray Rick and go to Negan and try to cut a deal behind Rick and try to get Rick killed. And I love, watching this, and this is something that actually happened in the comic book. But as I watched it, I knew who Negan was going to kill, because I feel like there's one thing that Negan is for. It's about loyalty. You have to be loyal to him. If you're not loyal, then you're no good, or no good at all for anybody. So I wasn't surprised when he gutted, when he gutted Spencer. Actually, it's sad to say, I was cheering him on. I was like, get the fool. It's time for him to go. You betrayed Rick. It's time to go. So that was a really good scene right there. And I like the part when Rick comes back with Aaron after they go out, searching for stuff. Poor Aaron gets beat the crap up, but we don't see him much, but it was good to finally see him a little bit. I actually liked the character, and I had to give him one for sitting there taking all that kicking and licking and all that stuff. He did a really good job on that. But now let's go back to the people that just get on your darn nerves. Okay, Rosita. Get on my darn nerves all freaking time, okay? So I'm like, Rosita, you can't kill Negan. You just can't. Even if you try, it's not possible. I have to say, though, when she shot at Negan and missed and hit Lucille, I was really ready for them to just go ahead and kill her. I was ready for Eric to just go ahead and kill Rosita. I wish she did, really, because I don't see any point for Rosita anymore in the show. But hey, that's just my opinion. There's probably more story for her in the comic books. Who knows? I feel like her story is dead. But it's not dead because she's still on there. Instead, they killed the big girl. Can't remember her name, but she's gone. That was kind of sad because I actually really started to like her. They were really giving her some scenes this entire first half of the season. So it was really sad to see her get shot to death because of Rosita's stupidity and all. And of course, Negan takes, gosh, I can't remember his name, takes him, the guy who made the bullet for Rosita, takes him away. All because of Rosita. Why couldn't they just take Rosita away? Why couldn't they just shoot her in the head? Eric should have done that. Anyways, Rosita's still alive and another character that, is past her due time to go. But anyways, with everything happening as they did and Rick coming back and seeing all of this stuff happening, I think it really crunches at him. It really gets to him. And he's probably sitting there thinking, like, what the heck am I supposed to do? But I think the one person that always resonates with him, that always gets through him, is Michonne, his, I guess, girlfriend right now and best friend at the moment, someone who really has his back. The speech that she gave him was wow, was beautiful. She pretty much was like, listen, Michonne's a ride or die chick. She pretty much like, listen, I was gonna go out and do this on my own, but I need you, so let's do this together, but we have to fight and we gotta kill that fool, because we gotta do it for our kids, Carl and Judy. So are you with me or not? Let's just do this. And Rick is like, yeah, man, if you're with me, let's do this. And that's pretty much how that particular scene went. At least that's how I saw it in my head. That's how that scene went. So that's how that scene went. And all of a sudden, all of them were like, okay, let's do this. We're gonna fight. We're gonna go after Negan. So they go back to the hilltop where Maggie and Sasha are. And they meet up, and guess who's there? Daryl. Like I told you, Daryl escaped. Daryl's there. They all run up to each other, and they hug. That was so cool to see the team finally together. It was so good. Everyone hugging, and what you see is a new sense of hope, a new sense of, we can get through this together. That's what I think was missing before. I think now it's like, okay, we're going to do this together, and everybody is like really excited about that. So that was a good. And the best part was Daryl and Rick when they hugged each other, and he gave him the gun. It was like, ah, yes, yes. So, anyways, that was pretty much the finale, and they're all walking up to the hilltop, and we all know that season 7 is second half of season 7 is going to kick ass. You know, they're going out on war, or they're going to start to fight Negan. So, but I understand that all of this parts had to happen in order for the second half of season 7, moving on to season 8, to occur. You know, like they had to tell you about these bits and pieces that are going on, and that's what I really, really love at the first half. I there were, like I said, there were some episodes that sucked, but there were others that were just, but they needed to be told. They needed the stories. We needed to know Tara's involvement with the group of women, which are probably going to be really important later on. We needed to know about the kingdom and Ezekiel and Morgan and Carol. Those are really important. We needed to see Rick and his team beaten down. We need to see all of them just in the lowest point of their life. Michonne, Rosita, everybody. About how individual people deal with some of the worst devastation you could ever deal with, and this is how they deal with them. So we need to see that. We can't just see them kicking ass and killing zombies and killing people all the time like we did in season 6. We needed to see this progression, and now we're going to see a new transition. The second half of season 7, it's going to be really, really exciting. So, anyways, that's my summation of the first half of season 7. That's exactly how I saw it. I'll be coming back for the second half of season 7 with actual episode reaction and reviews, like I did for season 6. So I'm really looking forward for that, because I actually believe the second half of season 7 is really going to be so much better and more entertaining than the first half of season 7 was. So I'm looking forward to chatting with all of y'all. Until next time, thanks, and I'll see you later.